Okay, what's up, team? Welcome to your final week of the 8-week kind of quarantine sessions here. First off, I want to say congratulations and thank you for joining me all 8 weeks. I've had many good things have said during the time, and I just want to thank you for allowing me to kind of introduce you to a few things that I did while playing professionally and things that I found helped. And like I said, at the end of all of this, for a lot of age groups, younger, whether you're advanced, beginner, for you to be introduced to these technical aspects, the rhythms, earlier on than what I was, the better. All right. So, like I said, if it's challenging, that's good. It should be. You should be frustrated, but at the same time, it's good because you have a lot of time to get it down and to make it automatic. All right. So like I said, I want to thank you for joining me for the 8 weeks. And today we are going to put everything kind of together. All right. So like I said, the game of basketball is all about unpredictability, and it's about getting us comfortable in uncertain situations and able to react. That's how it pretty much comes down to within these 8 weeks. Okay. Letting the ball feel comfortable while it hangs. All right. Being able to be put in a position where you could instinctually and automatically just move the ball, and you want to get rid of anything that's predetermined. The more you predetermine things, all right, the more that you are setting yourself up for a turnover, for a harder game, all right, and to be in your head. You don't want that as basketball players, okay? So, like I said, knowing the rhythm earlier, the better, all right? The style, the flow of how the game is kind of transitioning to these days and how I experienced it playing overseas. All right, and also just kind of getting comfortable with reacting, all right? So we are going to go over a few warm-ups today, but the big kind of focus of this last session is putting in our floats, our shifts, all of that into our footwork and getting into that shot, because eventually when we are able to get back into the gym and go instead of one-on-0, now we have one-on-one or one-on-2 situations to create your shot. Okay, you've done the work and you've practiced the footwork, so now you just have to put it in play on a hoop. All right, but mental reps and also reps where you really don't need a hoop and all you need to do is here to jab, or you have your here. It's all about the fundamentals, all right, getting the footwork down and just being meticulous with it. All right, so like I said, we are going to focus on ball pickup, all right, and going into gathering our feet for the shot, okay? But we're putting it all together kind of today. So we're going to go through a little quick functional warm-up, and then we're going to go into warm-up of our floats, all right, and our toss and crosses before we get into our float footwork, and really some footwork that I'll be introducing you just to get off a more efficient and faster shot that I have found to become a big difference, especially for an undersized guard as myself when I played against taller competition, not only in university, but also overseas. So an efficient shot, a clean shot, but it starts with our ball pickup and all the things that we've been doing for the past 8 weeks, okay? So we are gonna get going just with a quick kind of warm up, like I said. Okay, I want to go into the Kevin Durant series again, just because today is all about footwork and gathering our shot. The key to a successful shot is all in the base, it's all in your footwork, okay? So enough talking from me. We kind of know the drill. We're going to start on our left foot, all right? We're going to have our ball, okay, in our shooting position, all right? And we are simply going to go side to side. Remember, we want to create distance, and we're getting muscle memory in holding our shot, all right? So it's just like a step back or a side step to create our shot, okay? Perfect. Okay, now we're going to go front and back, okay? So we're going to start on our right foot. Remember, ball stays in place as if you could shoot at any time, okay? So you want to create distance, forward and back. You don't want to move the ball. Okay, it's all working that power. Single leg, push off. Good, let's switch sides. Okay, so you don't need much. Okay, this side's a little weaker. You will have one side weaker. Good. Okay. Now we're going to put the combination together. We're going to go at the angle. So with our right foot forward, left foot back. Perfect. Good. Okay, let's switch sides. Remember, north and south. Do things with a purpose. Good. All right. We're now going to do our hops. So ball still stays here. All right. Balance. Okay. You shouldn't be wobbling. Okay. Once you come around here, picture yourself. You should imagine that target. Okay. Even if it's downstairs, all right, where you don't have a hoop, pick a spot and you want to look there the entire time, okay? Good, okay, the other side. Good, all right. Now we're going to do our pivot spins, okay? So we're going to have our left foot pivot, okay? So we're here, as if we could shoot it right away. So we come here, okay? And really focus on getting disciplined with your feet, okay? Nice shoulder width apart, all right? Whatever stance you're usually comfortable with, my right foot is slightly ahead of the left foot, okay? It's very common for right-handed shooters, but it's also common for others to have their feet, all right, same level, all right? Whatever you choose, okay, make sure when you come here, you're disciplined to it, okay? Okay, all about engaging that core, all right? The faster you go around and challenge, okay, the more in a game situation when you're getting sped up by the defender, okay? When you have to force a shot that you really don't have your feet prepared for, okay? You actually do, because we practice it, being in off-balance situations, okay? Let's go to the other side. So right foot is our pivot foot. Good. So with this one, my left foot has to come back for right-handed shooter, all right? A bit further back behind, okay? Last one. Good. Now ask yourself, on all of those reps, or 90% of those reps, could you have shot the ball? Okay, the answer should be yes. If not, that's fine, but we're just warming up our feet, but that's getting you the idea of being able to get your shot off in any which way, okay, that you can, all right? Now in a game, you're not going to catch it blindly, but if you're used to a 1-2, now when you catch it, you can catch on the hop as well, okay? So we're going to continue with the warm-up, all right? We're going to go into our floats, okay? So remember our floating, before we get into float with the pickup, all right? It's that little step inside, outside, okay? Little step inside, outside, okay? So we're going to play around just with the floats, all right? 2, 3, 4 minutes or so, okay? Get the footwork, use all the different types. So you have your normal, okay, between the legs and behind the back. The key is, remember, we're moving with the ball, okay, continuous. We have our shoulders kind of over our toes. Okay, we're being comfortable in this position. And at the same time, most importantly, 2 feet have to come up off the ground, all right? So we're going to play for a bit. Okay, just get nice and warm. Remember, no combo should be the same. Okay, flow with the ball, react with the ball. Okay, if you mess up, that's fine. Find that rhythm, moving, ball. Remember, let the ball hang, okay? Let it hang. We're working here. Hanging, floating, okay? So don't go too fast, all right? But you want to get a good rhythm. Okay, and just get a touch on the ball. Work on distance, right? Try moving front and back. Okay, I encourage now we start to go front and back just so it stimulates more you attacking your defender. Okay, and then you can back up again. Woo. Okay, like I said, we're just trying to find our touch on the ball. Mess up, that's okay. As long as you're getting 2 feet off the ground, and you want to focus on distance, okay? Okay, distance, let that ball really hang, okay? Here we go, 2 more. Okay, last one for the floats. Good, okay. So now we're going to go into our shifting kind of warm up, okay? So those toss and crosses. Now remember, if you don't have a line, that's fine, all right? We're working on, we toss the ball first, and now we aren't moving with the ball like in floats, we are moving opposite. So ball will go one way, we will go the other, okay? It's all about deception, all right? And getting our defender to move before we move, okay? So, I really don't have a line per se here, okay? So what I'll do is I'll act as though we don't have a line, all right? Remember, you always want to get to the other side of the line, okay? And our jab step, okay? It's tough, it's north and south, all right? Because we use this to kind of kickstart and explode for that first step out of the move, okay? So first we are going to start, with just a normal cross, okay? So we're going to toss the ball and then step, okay? So I want the ball in our right hand, okay? We're going to toss it to the left and then jab, okay? So toss, jab. Good. Okay, one more. Okay, really throw something in there, okay? We want to throw our shoulders, we want to throw our eyes, okay? So, right? Short and quick. One more time. So you just up the speed, more game-like. Okay, see how I'm going one way, ball's the other. All right? So now we want to go the other way. So ball is in our left hand. We're going to toss and then jab left. All right? Okay, a few more warm-up ones. Okay, remember, the key is we're shifting away from the ball. So we toss it here, we step, because eventually we are going to go that way. All right. Now, we're going to go through our legs, okay? So, we have our line, okay? I'm on one side of the line. If I back up here, it'll probably be easier to see, okay? So, I'm on the left side of your line, okay? The ball is in my left hand, all right? We are going to, or sorry, the ball is in my right hand. Apologies. Ball's in our right hand. We're going to step, okay? Put it through going to the left and jab with that foot, okay? So it's just working our jab step, okay? So we need to just make sure that we toss the ball and then we jab, okay? Good. Okay, we are going to go to the other side. So ball's in our left hand. Okay, we're going to put it through our right leg, and then we're going to jab with that left. Okay, toss, jab. Good. Okay, two more. Good. Last one. Try to pick it up a little bit here. Good. I'm not gonna lie, I really do like losing the ball a bit. Still, even to this day, because it allows myself to check in and push myself, okay? So, even as somebody who has played at the high levels in Europe, university, okay, you still want to lose the ball. It's good, all right? So, next one we are going to do our toss and cross, okay, coming at us essentially full speed, okay? Because we're going to add now that same stomp, okay? So what I mean by that is we are going to toss, jab, and take 2 dribbles or so, okay, into that kind of next movement out of it, okay? So full speed, okay? That would be a rep. So we're going to go with the ball in our right hand. We're going to toss it, take 2 dribbles. We should be going left, okay? Let's try it. Okay, it's not always about going 100% all the time. You take your time coming back for the rep. Now you go. Okay, that's one thing that I did learn to be more efficient in, okay? You control your breath, all right? And you get going for a nice quality reps. Okay, one more. Okay, now we're going to go to the left side. So what I mean by that is ball is in our left hand. We are going to toss it to the right. We're going to jab with that left. We're going to continue right. So we're just going to do the opposite. So remember, we toss, we move opposite of the ball, we jab, and then we continue. All right, that's a slow-mo freeze frame rep. Okay, one more time. We toss, we step, we let the ball hang comfortably, because now we push off with this foot that we really jabbed into to explode into your next move. Okay, so let's go through it. Okay, remember, attack with purpose, visualize your defender, okay? Now, even if the ball gets away with you like it did on that rep, where it hanged too much, that's fine. It kind of almost works into your favor, because now you can play a bit more with it, okay? Okay, that one's not as good. I didn't get as much distance as I should have. Okay. There we go. Okay, last one. Good. Okay, we're going to get water and then we're going to move on into our ball pickup. Okay. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to introduce you to more so the footwork. We've done floats, okay, to set up for our drive. We've done same stomps, once again, to set up for our dribbling and ball handling. We've also done our floating, okay, same foot into a cross, once again, for separation when we're ball handling. Now, we are going to use those same moves, but to create our shot, okay? So there is, and that's why it's very important that we had that footwork first, okay? So we are going to go into a float, all right, into a pull-up, all right? So it will feel weird at first because you're going to have to be releasing the ball and going up when you truly believe that you're not ready for it yet. And that's why it's very important in floating, you get 2 feet up off the ground, and we got to work on our quick feet, okay? So what I mean by that is we're going to float still here, okay? And once we are floating, we're going to go here, right, left, okay? So we're going to have the ball in our right hand, okay? We had our little inside, outside, okay? But now we are going to go here, right, left. Okay, so do you see my feet, how quickly I have to shuffle them? Okay. Why we are floating 2 feet up off the ground is so that we can get those feet under us before that ball lands. It is not a travel, okay? So here, 1, 2, into our shot. Most people, because they don't have their feet set, are here, okay, and it's slower. If you notice my feet, okay, right into the shot. And it's important that we stick our feet. So we're going to practice that. We're going to be floating, so just our normal, and then 1, 2. All right? I want you to focus on your footwork, okay, and make sure that you're in your position to shoot, okay? If your ceiling or anywhere where you can see this or watch this has you available to shoot the ball, we're going to practice shooting the ball, okay? So we're going to float, right, left, okay, into our shot, all right? It's about the rhythm and going up with the ball, but we have to get our feet set, okay? If you don't get your feet set and you're gonna go up already feeling rushed, because it will feel like that at first, then you're gonna airball it, okay? So you need to have your feet underneath you and the key to getting off this shot. So you're floating, 1, 2, all right? If I could go a bit closer for you to see my feet, okay? Floating, 1, 2, all right? So that's stick, 1, 2, okay? That second one coming in, all right? So when we're floating to the right, right, left, that left one is getting us our momentum into that shot, okay? So we float, all right? And we're just gonna practice a few of those, okay? So like I said, don't get frustrated with the footwork if it's not there now. Okay, this shot will feel very, very rushed and as if you're going up when you're not ready. But the more you do it, the more it becomes comfortable and you will get that rhythm. Okay, so you're hanging, 1, 2. Okay. Okay. If anything comes about of this, okay, just focus on your footwork. All right, float. Okay, if we break down the float, remember, we go inside, 1, 2, all right? Since we go inside, outside, okay, and we're about to go and put that ball down, instead of putting that ball down to drive, okay, because remember, we float and it's inside, outside, right? So here, I know it's really hard, guys. I'm even trying right now to break it down the best way possible for you in a 1-on-0 and a 1-on-0 and not even being there, okay? So we're just gonna make sure we both don't get frustrated at this point, okay? Key is just float like you normally do, okay? Inside, outside, but you're getting those feet underneath you, okay? Up into your shot, okay? Right, left, okay? Even if that's hard at first, how about we try this? We're here, okay, and we do our same foot, okay? Maybe even add that dribble so that it feels more realistic, okay? Anything to do to help, all right? But when we are floating, float, right, left, okay? Right into your shot, okay? Float, shot, okay? Let's go again, one more time to the right, or let's do 2 more times to the right, okay? So we float, right, left. Wasn't even prepared to shoot there, okay? I gotta be prepared to shoot. So here, good. All right. Remember, it's all in the feet, okay? All in the base. 1, 2, okay? Now let's try the left, all right? So we're floating. You're gonna go left, right, okay? So you float, left, right, okay? So I forgot to mention, okay, with our right, we're gonna float. So if we're floating right, just join me going back to the right for a second, okay? When we float right, we're gonna go right, left into our shot, okay? When we're going to the left, we're gonna go left, right into the shot, okay? So going left, left, right, okay? Float, left, right. Okay, we're just gonna stick with the normal crossover, normal circle into it, okay? But of course, you could float, okay, into between the legs or behind the back. The key is when you're going left, it's left, right. When you're going right, it's right, left. The ability to go off both sides and both feet, crucial, because once again, when you are put in a situation in the game, you are once again now equipped and prepared to react to it, okay? So, to left, left, right, okay, left, left, right. Remember, you want balance, and you should be able to shoot right away. Check your base, okay? But you really want this next one, okay, this last foot coming in is really getting that power for you to go up, okay? So, one more time with the left, right, and let's try the right, now right, left. Good, so like I said, this is all stuff, and this is stuff that I did, okay, just in my living room, not even with the ball, okay, floating, practicing that footwork. So once I got into the gym, all right, it felt a bit more natural, okay? It will feel different, obviously, with the ball, but I was even that much more prepared with the rhythm to get it down, okay? So, we're gonna move on, all right? Sorry. Floating, same foot now, okay? So, we have our float, okay, into a pull-up. Now, what if our defender is now anticipating that, okay? Now, we have our float, okay? And since we're floating, all right, we get to hesitate. We get to, in that split second, evaluate their feet, read our defender, and now we have that blow-by, where we're going to do the same foot stomp back into our shot, okay? So the key is, we're going to float, remember, same inside, outside, okay? And then we are pushing off, and we are going to go to our same foot stomp into our shot, okay? Now watch your full rep, mainly my back leg. So I'm here, okay? Did you see how it stayed on the ground, okay? So I'm gonna go this way, so that you can see my foot. So when I'm here, see how it stays pivot, all right? And then I come back. That is increasing the efficiency of our shot. If we are able to stop on a quick pause, okay, have our feet set, we have our release, and we have our shot that much more efficiently, versus coming here, here, and then resetting our feet. Now we're allowing the defender, okay, to recover with us, okay? So it's very important that when we go into our same foot stomp, keep that back foot here into our shot, okay? So a full rep is going to look like so. Okay, and remember, it's that tough ball and foot, same time. Hard dribble not only allows you to come back up into your shooting pocket efficiently, but it's also giving you that power to go into your shot fluidly. Okay, so we float right, get ready into our shot. Remember, we're practicing ball pickup and footwork. Okay, so we're here, do a shot. Now, feel free, if you want to, on your floats, change up, okay? Remember, have fun with it, move with the ball, okay? The more you practice, and the more that you are just instinctually doing something, okay, the more that you are improving, okay? So, you don't always have to do a through legs or a circle one, okay? Whichever one you kind of feel comfortable with and is your kind of go-to, that's up to you, okay? But the key is you have all the pieces that you can throw at the defense. So say one time, if you really don't like through the legs, it's not really as efficient as a float for you, the fact that you showed it once to your defender, they have to respect it, okay? So you choose, as long as you get your 2 feet up off the ground and you move with the ball, okay? So you float. Oh, see? Bad pick up there, okay? Good. Here we're going to go 3 more. Okay, and notice how I'm staying low, okay? Remember, here, shoulders over. So we're here. I'm low, I'm going right into it, okay? Last time, I'm gonna try and do one out. Good, okay. So, we did the same foot. Now we're going to do the same foot behind the legs. Same way we're going to go to the right side, okay? So, float. Here. Remember, look at this back foot. I'm going to slow it down for you, okay? We do our float. We're now exploding out of it. We go through the legs, foot stays pivot, come back to our shot and our ball pickup, okay? So, okay, remember, hard dribble, okay? It's getting right into that shooting pocket, staying low, getting that foot pivoted to the ground, okay? Okay, good. Here we're going to go for 2 more. Good. Yeah, remember, don't lose track of ball and foot same time, okay? At the same time, you want to switch up your floating up here, okay? Good. Okay, one more time. Good. Okay, we're going to do the left side now, okay? So left side, we're going to go ball and foot same time, okay? Floating to the left. Okay, and remember, same foot, but notice how this foot isn't coming up off the ground, okay? Just efficiency in the shot, all right? Good. Okay, last one. Good. Okay, now we are going to go your legs. All right. So same game. Okay, float left. Here. Okay, remember, the harder you could go here to sell it, okay, foot's already back and you're going right into your shot. Okay. Good. Okay, last one. one. Okay, floating up top, 2 feet up off the ground. Same stomp. Not a good one. That's just how I like to rep it out. Good. All right. That's good. All right. So get water. All right. That's our floating into our same foot stomp. After water, we're going to go into our cross foot stomp into a ball pickup. Okay. Okay, so we did same foot now, so you know how to get your shot off, whether you're going off the float into a pull-up. Now your defender reads it, you blow by to a same foot stomp, you blow by. Okay, 2 different ways to do that. Okay, now we also have our floating, okay, into our cross stomp. Okay, now with our cross, okay, I will mention to you, I like the behind the back one way more than the through the legs. And I use it way more in a game, 90% of the time, than the between the legs. But like I said, the fact that you have it in your package and you pull it one time in a game, your defender has to respect it. Okay? So once again, okay, we want to work on distance. Now, especially with the gather 0, 1, 2 step, okay, this is where you're really going to see it come into play. All right. So, and if you also do not know what I'm talking about with a 0, 1, 2 step and you're gathering, all right, because we are beginner and such, is pretty much just a rule that we are allowed to let the ball hang and create distance moving while with the ball and putting it back down, okay? So when we do our cross step, okay, we are going to go into our float, okay? We're going to cross, okay? And when we cross, we are going to go right into our shot, okay? So actually, I'm going to switch it. No, I still want floating. Sorry, I still want floating. So more floats we get, the better. So we're going to float, okay? We're going to attack. We're going to do our cross step, 1, 2, into our shot. Okay, so a rep would look like so. All right, you see how I didn't put the ball back down? A tendency would be this: floating, cross, that dribble right there. We're getting rid of it. Okay, this is why we do those explosive things in the beginning, the Kevin Durant series footwork. Okay, all for this. Go through, 1, 2. See where I picked it up versus where I am now for my shot? Okay, you're allowed to do that. Okay, you're here. You toss it through. Okay, now instead of putting this ball down, I'm going to go 1, 2. All right, that is not a travel. All right, so we're going to go float, cross, 1, 2. I want us to work distance and pushing off. Okay, so we float to the right, through legs, 1, 2. Okay, practice the footwork. The biggest part here is where I picked it up and did my between legs. So I'm here. I got pretty far. Okay, if I put down a landmark, okay, that's my defender. I got my float here. Look where I am now. To get my shot off, my defender's all the way back there. Not only back there, but they're behind me, okay? And behind me, the only way to get this ball now is to go through me, and that would be a foul, okay? So, we're going to practice a few of these, okay? Once again, it's our footwork into a ball pickup, getting a shot off in a creative, different way. So we're here, 1, 2, all right? So we remember our cross step, here, 1, 2. Okay, don't forget all the little tiny things you did, just like on the same foot stomp. We're just putting everything now together. Okay, here, 1, 2. Okay, We're going to go one more time. Good. Let's go. All right, now let's go the left way, and then I'll explain to you kind of the read off of this, okay? So if we go to the left, cross, 1, 2. Okay? I really want you to focus on not only here, okay, but 1, 2 to get into your shot. Balance, okay? Low, cross, 1, 2. Distance, okay? It may feel weird, okay? Or it will feel weird, okay? But it's perfectly legal within the rules of the game, okay? And a great way to get off your shot, okay? One more time, going to the left. All right, now, between the legs here, imagine you're a defender, okay? You want to use the between the legs versus the behind the back when your defender is a bit off of you, okay? The reason being is that you have time to go through the legs in front of you, okay? Versus when we're going to go behind the back, we're guarding it there, so the defender, we could allow to belly us up a bit more, okay? So, between the legs, great when your defender is pressuring you, but giving you enough space in front. When we do our behind the back, when we're here, we could afford the defender to be a bit closer to us because we could kind of slide around them. We don't have to put so much in front of us because it's going behind, okay? So that's why I kind of like behind the back a bit better. It's a bit faster. So when we go a full rep, float, toss, 1, 2, okay? It's a bit more natural, and like I said, it's a bit faster, okay? So if I do a full rep here, okay? So distance once again, all right? But here, just like with through the legs, we want to toss it and go 1, 2. With the behind the back, what I also like about it is you can toss this as far as you want, okay? And until you pick it up again, you're okay. And then you could gather it. So yeah, you could let the ball dribble like that if you want, okay? Not the most efficient thing. But when you're here on the cross step, you can really throw it out and go chase it, okay? And when you throw it out, to bring the ball up nice and high, you just really throw it down to the floor that much harder, okay? So we're going to do behind the back. Like I said, you can do this when the defender's right up on you, cutting off your lane. Here, 1, 2. Because at the same time, once you toss that ball out, and then you run to chase it, the defender gets in your way, that would be a block, okay? So we're going to go to the right, low, 1, 2, okay? Remember your cross step fundamentals, okay? Floating, we cross, okay? Toss, 1, 2, okay? We eliminate, we don't want this, okay? Slower shot, all right? So when we come here, toss it, pick it up, and you're going up, all right? Efficiency, all right? So like I said, I love and do behind back way more in a game than the through the legs, okay? And as you can probably see, and after you're doing a few reps, all right, you can see kind of why it's a bit quicker and a bit more natural feeling, okay? One more time to the right. Good. Now remember what we're focusing on here too. It's all our footwork, okay? So even though I'm talking, doing cross step and everything, get to your feet, okay? To the left, okay? Float, cross, into your shot. Remember, hold yourself accountable to your footwork. You want every shot to feel the exact same all the time, every time, okay? And that only comes with reps and reps and reps and reps. Both individual reps like this, 1 on 0, and also game reps, especially game reps, okay? Good. Okay, last one. I want one more rep. Okay, like I said, just because I'm doing the cross here, maybe I'm just going to start now here. Bad footwork. Okay, point is, change up your float up here. Okay. Okay, I want one more. Sorry guys, I want one more. Good. Okay, so the key with this ball pickup, all right, on your same foot stomp, 2 ways. On your cross stomp, 2 ways. Okay, the key is we aren't adding an extra step on the same foot. So what I mean by that is here, our foot stays glued. Okay, here to here. Okay, and on our cross stomps, we're getting rid of the extra dribble. Okay. Oh, sorry. 1, 2. 1, 2. Behind the back. Cross. 1, 2. Cross. 1, 2. So, same foot, we get rid of the extra step. Crosses, okay, we get rid of that extra dribble. And that's just being way more efficient with your shot and getting a quicker shot off, okay? The rhythm's going to feel different. The timing is going to feel extremely different, okay? But the key is that you're introduced to it that much earlier and you get to rep it out that much more and make it natural, make it automatic, make it your new normal. I will say 99.99% of the time, I am not doing a regular layup anymore. I'm doing a funky finish, same foot, same leg, okay? Opposite hand on the opposite side. I will never do a regular layup, really, okay? But it's just the more that you practice, the uniqueness, all right? Instinctual movements, all right? Creating space, creating different ways to get off your shot, okay? More efficient and more able to react to any situation that basketball predicts or that basketball presents that is unpredictable, okay? And that's really the scope of the whole 8 weeks as well, okay? So we have that. I do want to end on a few shifts to a ball pickup. We did do our shifts to ball pickup last week. So I just want to review a few of those before I kind of introduce one last drill to kind of sign you off and kind of put everything together, okay? So our shifts, remember, okay, we're going to do our through the legs, all right? Remember here, it's shift, okay? We're throwing the ball here, okay, but we're going to be popping out that way, okay? The key is it's a hard jab, okay, so that we really get our distance in space. So notice how it's not really a 1-2 anymore, just like it was in our cross step. This one more is working on the hop. And the ability for you to shoot off of 1-2, not only left, right, but right, left, and also coming into a hop, all right, and making that shot the same shot as the other one, but able to do it off of multiple footworks, once again, prepares you for any situation in the game, okay? So we're just going to do a few shifts because we did them last week, okay? So we're going to go through the legs to the left. We're going to go for 5, okay? So remember, all about distance, okay? So you really jab, okay? As you are jabbing and stunting, okay? It's as if the defender has to respect that, because if they don't, you're going to keep going, okay? If they don't, okay, besides that horrible ball pickup, okay, that's what it's a reaction to. It's a counter move too. So after you burn your defender so many times, Okay, going there, now you respect that you create space. Another way to get off your shot. Okay, so we're going to go for 5 reps. Good start, good start. 1, 2, remember, really stick it in there. 3, okay, really hard. 4, okay, and the harder you come through, the easier your ball pickup. 5, we're going to go to the other way now. 1, 2, 3. Remember, get those 2 feet up off the ground. 4, 5. Okay. Behind the back. Okay. So, same thing. We're going here. Okay. Same time. Because if they don't react, you get a drive lane. Now they're cutting off your drive. Okay. Now you have a shot. So it's all about understanding what move creates an opportunity for the next move. Okay? So you're here. 1. Remember, ball goes one way, you're going the other in this shift. 2, 3, and remember to bring that ball with you, because if you don't, you should look like that. Perfect. 4, 5. Okay, other way. Remember, if they don't guard you, okay, your first instinct is you want to get to the hoop. So after this, if they're not moving, keep going. Now that you've got them a few times, now you have your other move. 2 or 1. I'm not going to count that one or that one. 1. Remember, jab. 2. And that hard jab is allowing me to create distance. 3. 4. Bad one. 5. Excellent. Okay. I got 5 minutes. Perfect. So I'm going to show you something that you could incorporate, like I said, to kind of add to your warm-up. But it's just getting you used to and making more comfortable floating, shifting, reacting. So now we have all of that, okay? And we even have all of that now, not only to get our defender off of us and to create space, but now those same moves to create a shot in our ball pickup, okay? So I'm going to go through a little kind of drill, all right? And we're just going to go for maybe 2 minutes. And what it is essentially is we're going to float for maybe 2-3 dribbles. So you're going to do whatever combination, whatever, for 2-3 dribbles. On your 4th dribble, it has to be a shift, okay? And you're just going to repeat that pattern, all right? It's getting you used to just flowing with the ball, natural, just reacting, okay? Getting comfortable with it hanging and all that stuff, okay? So kind of a rep would look like this. So this is 1, 2, 3, and a shift. And then now I start over. 1, 2, 3. Here. Okay. Okay. Legs a few times now. Now I got this time go through behind the back. But we are essentially just doing that. 3 floats. Okay. 1. Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, it's good. I don't mind messing up. I really don't. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, and a shift. And then we continue from here. Okay. 1, 2, 3. That I just didn't make up my mind. So you see how this drill, okay, allows you just to flow and just naturally, instinctually go to it. Okay, so we're going to have this playtime. 3 floats, okay, to 1 shift. All right, Here we go. Okay, so remember, you shouldn't be doing, all right, the same move all the time, okay? No pattern, it's the same. Okay, 2 more. Okay, you want to try your best, okay? Just keep going. Okay, just keep moving instead of resetting. Okay, but you shouldn't mess up. Okay, there's no predetermined thing. All right. Let's go for 1 more, 3 more seconds, okay? Remember, if you mess up, that's good. Just flow with it. Okay, give me 1 more good rep to end all of it. All right. Whew. So, 8 weeks. A lot of stuff was thrown at you in 8 weeks, all right? But don't forget, okay, it just comes down to practice, 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 repping it out, okay? And just nailing down those fine details. They mean everything, okay? So, shoulders, okay? Getting comfortable in this position, all right? In our cross step, okay? Footwork here, okay? In our same foot step, ball and foot same time, okay? Ball and foot same time, okay? When we're floating, little step, inside, outside, okay? When we're shifting, we want to go opposite the ball, okay? Ball goes one way, we're going to go the other. It's about creating distance. Floating, okay, to set up your defender, okay? Set up for a downhill drive, but remember, one move is really always setting up your next move and the move after that, okay? You have all the tools. You have a crash course of 8 weeks of everything that I learned in 4 years, okay? Especially in the last 2 when playing overseas, all right, that I found to be astronomical in how I played the game and how the game just became that much more simpler, okay? If you have any questions at all and want to continue any of this, okay, please do not hesitate to reach out. I am more than welcome to go through and continue to share the passion that I have and all the knowledge that I have gained through my 24 plus years of playing, okay? So I want to thank you for coming on with me for 8 weeks. Like I said, don't hesitate to reach out, okay, or contact Basketball Manitoba that could come into contact with me. But remember the little things. Don't get frustrated. If it feels really wrong, it's really right, all right? And don't be afraid to lose the ball or mess up, okay? So once again, thank you. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you got a lot of overload and you at least left with one thing, and that you still do kind of love the game and enjoy. And now in your next time, remember, okay, we have all the tools, but if you don't have that confidence, okay, all those tools are pretty much useless. All right. So thank you once again, team. Like I said, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. But other than that, keep repping it out, and we will see you on the court soon. All right. Ciao.